Good evening. Leading tonight's news bulletin. Firstly, the status of dengue fever on the island appears to have reached low levels of likely transmission, with no reported cases for 2 to 3 months now. Concerns were raised at the end of February of this year when the first 3 cases were detected and confirmed. According to the Health Department, there have been at least 100 dengue fever cases since February to June and only 1 fatality. This caused for raised efforts in order to get rid of dengue on the island. It seems that the vector spraying and cleanups around the island can be attributed to the decline. Health officials say that the lack of rainfall for the past few months and public cooperation has also helped decrease the spread. The hope is that ongoing public cooperation will ensure that the island will not experience any further dengue outbreaks, but with the mobility of people to other countries where dengue is present always poses a risk. It has not been determined how long the island will have to go without any dengue fever cases before it can be declared dengue-free. Upgrades at the Hannan International Airport has seen work continue with minimal disruptions to flight arrivals. The extension to the building towards the airstrip is basically to allow more room for the departure lounge and arrivals. There are also a few minor changes expected to the layouts of the airport. According to the project contractor, the check-in area will be relocated to outside the quarantine room, while the area that is currently for check-in will be used for the VIP lounge and departure lounge. Renovations will also see an increase in the luggage claim area, which will avoid the congestion in arrivals. Building contractors say that the work is going according to schedule, with more materials expected on the next boat. The project is being carried out by local building tradesmen and is expected to be completed by the new year. It is hoped that the public will be mindful of the developments at the airport to ensure that the area is secure and work continues without any delays. The NUE project for the design, manufacture and installation of solar power grid-connected generators and battery-backed power stabilizers anticipates annual savings of 137,000 New Zealand dollars and a reduction in greenhouse gas emissions by approximately 329 tons per annum. This has been given the green light by funding agency to receive $4 million. Tomorrow, the funding acquired through the Pacific Environment Community Fund will be signed off by the government and the Secretary General of the Pacific Island Forum Secretariat, Tuloma Neroni Slade. The Pacific Environment Community Fund was part of a declaration made by Pacific Island leaders and Japan during Palm 5 in 2009 to tackle environmental issues. Each Forum Island country is provided with an indicative allocation of $4 million to support generation systems and seawater desalination plants or combination of both. NUE made an agreement in the NUE Environment Declaration 2007 to commit pursuance of renewable avenues for the island. The signing of the agreement will take place tomorrow. The start of the NUE Tourism Rockman Rockwoman competition started with mostly local competitors yesterday morning from the wharf in Alofi, but one visitor took the edge to win the first run event. The initial length of the course was for 8 kilometers, but yesterday morning saw the competitors run the full triathlon length of 10.2 kilometers. The men's competition was taken out by Rick Graham with 48 minutes and 50 seconds, followed by Poya Kisane and BJ Ricks, both with 56 minutes and 42 seconds. Hayden Porter following at 1 hour 9 minutes, and Chris James 1 hour 30 minutes and 42 seconds. The women's race was an all-island affair, with ex-Miss South Pacific Vanessa Marsh taking out the competition at 1 hour 8 minutes 51 seconds. Rosa Varea 1 hour 24 minutes and 54 seconds, and Charlotte Siri third at 1 hour 30 minutes and 42 seconds, equal to the last man in the men's competition. The continuation of the Rockman Rockwoman competition with the 40-kilometer bike event this morning was mostly a local affair, with the winner finishing a couple of hours before the last competitors, but not too far off the second and third place riders. The winner of the bike competition at 1 hour 35 minutes and 42 seconds belonged to John McGregor. Young gun Jinam Hobotoa followed closely behind at 1 hour 42 minutes and 23 seconds. Thomas Pita finished 7 minutes after Jinam, 1 hour 49 minutes. Alan Tano, who is likely to be quite a few years ahead of the competing field, finished fourth with a time of 1 hour 53 minutes and 7 seconds. Vanessa Marsh looked like the only lady to race today, finished her race equal to the last male competitor Chris James, and 2 hours 40 minutes and 48 seconds. The swimming competition will start tomorrow at 7 a.m. from the wharf. This is 1 week of pure stamina and energy, and the facilitators hope that more competitors will join in the fun for some fantastic prizes. Of course, the main triathlon or duathlon will take place on Thursday, expected to be a scorcher with many entries including 4 teams from Niue High School. Competition is still open and Niue Tourism Office wish to encourage everyone to take part in the first week competition of triathlon duathlon on the Rock. A Japanese and Wangahau Niue dictionary has surfaced, much to the interest of one local Japanese national on the island. The dictionary is the outcome of 20 years of work translated and edited by Mr. Endo Masumi of Japan. Apparently, Mr. Masumi visited the island in 1992 and later returned in 1993 to do research on the island, where he stayed with the family of Sam Tanglangi. On his departure, Mr. Masumi was gifted a dictionary, a Niuean bilingual dictionary by Miss Sharon Lui. This original version of the dictionary was published by McEwen in 1970. Mr. Masumi went on to conduct his own project to start translating the dictionary into Japanese. We spoke with Mr. Taichi Fox about his latest acquisition that he describes as very special.
This very special Niue dictionary in Japan, and it's actually 600 pages, and it's very useful for me as I'm Japanese, half being Japanese, living here, and it's a very fantastic dictionary I have. I'm still learning. I'm still beginner after 3-4 years of staying, but I still enjoy learning Niuean language and listening to the Niuean language as well. There are only a few people buying this in Japan, as probably Japanese people are wondering where is Niue is. So I am the only one. I mean, there are a few people buying, but I'm the only one thinking this is very useful dictionary. This must be a long time work, and I haven't met him yet, but I'm interested to meet him in Japan, and hope he coming back to Niue as well. He came to here before, long time ago.
But what is intriguing, after many years, this piece of literature has finally reached the shores of Niue, and Mr. Fox says that he is finding it rather useful for his quest to learn the language.
This is my first and probably the last. Maybe I improve it on the way after he edits. Yeah, he completed. Yeah, I think there's the language is evolving into with a long time. So I think we can make a better version of this in the future. I think so. This is a great communication tool for between Japanese students and Niuean students, or even any government, businesses, or any JICA businesses, any kind of Japanese-related businesses. This is a great communication tool for, even the giving away from Niue to Japan or Japan to Niue even. This is the best the communication tool. And this makes us the trading between Japan and Niue into a next level, I'm sure.
Mr. Fox says that this is a very useful piece of literature that costs quite a bit, roughly 100 New Zealand dollars, but he says it is money well spent. The Melbourne Cup hat competition and activities yesterday was not as popular as other years, and venues were all done early hours of the evening. The most popular venue was Pacific Way Bar, who continued to have the ladies line up to claim the best hats. Some of the most beautiful weaving techniques and creative hats certainly showcased some of the island's talent. Clayton's Bar also opened for competitors and punters, but around town it was a quiet strip. Most of the patrons yesterday were horse punters, and those who bet on number 14 would have had the best fun. Last Saturday, rugby finals took some time for players to start as the heat continued to scorch the field. However, the game between Tuapa and Alofi started with Tuapa dominating the first 20 minutes to keep the ball within Alofi field of play before taking first scores on the board with a conversion. However, into the first half, and Alofi showed no mercy to ensure their standing as the island's dominant force in rugby. The end of the competition saw Alofi defeating Tuapa 33 points to 3. The second match took place between the women's teams of Peka and Lupe, with much excitement from the spectators as the girls tried to tackle each other, with some taking some time to get off others. The game ended with Lupe winning 19 points to 10 to Peka. The game between Hakupu Likulakapa against Tamavayava ended the season with another close one for the second and third ranks, with Hakupu taking the win 5 points to 0. For the season, the standings are Alofi first, second Hakupu Likulakapa, and third Tamavayava, and last and fourth place Tuapa. And that concludes our news bulletin for tonight. Do join us again for our next news bulletin on Thursday, and do listen into Radio Sunshine for the New Assembly meeting tomorrow morning.